Alright, so quick video about Fireball Island and selling it on eBay. I had Fireball Island when I was young. It was my favorite game when I was young. Nowadays on eBay, it's crazy expensive. It used to be around like $350, $400, but with the new version of Fireball Island that came out, now it's around anywhere from $250 to $350, depending on the quality. So before the new game came out, like 2 years before the new game came out, I wanted a Fireball Island, but I didn't want to spend $350 on it. So I bought just an incomplete one. Someone was selling one that was missing some pieces, incomplete. And then I figured I would figure out how to make it complete, use substitute pieces or whatever. There's a red dice to it, and that's easy enough to get in a lot of games. There's just a red dice, so that was easy. The figures were a lot harder. The instruction set was harder. The bridges were hard, and the Volcar guy was the hardest. So I started buying individual pieces off of eBay. One of the guys could be anywhere from $20 to $30. The instructions about $20. The Volcar centerpiece about $50. But I was just doing it very slowly, getting pieces in slowly at the cheapest possible to complete the game. Once I had the game complete, I figured there's other people who may have had the game, may have lost pieces because there's a lot of pieces, and they want to complete the game, but they don't want to spend $50 to $100 on pieces. So I started figuring out where I could get the pieces from. The red die, like I said, is easy. It's in a lot of games. You just take it from that. The marbles, I found marbles online where I could buy a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of just red marbles. They're a little bit different than the original. They're the same size, just the color's a little different. But if you have 5 of them, which what the game requires, then they all match. So I started selling pieces on eBay. I got about 100 marbles from a store, and I sell 5 of them for $13 for the 5. People are selling original marbles anywhere from $13 to $30 just for one marble. So if someone's game already has 4 marbles, all they need is 1. They can just buy all 5 of mine, get rid of their 4 marbles, and use my 5, and they'll match. The instructions, I got an original set of instructions, and I scanned it into the computer, and I used Photoshop, and I got rid of any imperfections, any discoloration, any folds. And then I set it up in a document that I can just be printed, and then you can fold it and staple it, and it'll be the same exact size, same color as the original. I photoshopped out the trademark symbols, and I'm bringing that to Staples and have a booklet printed for like $4 or $5, and then I can use it to complete a game, or I sell it on eBay for like, I think I sell it for like $10, $11, and then I just ship it with a stamp in a gift card envelope, not a gift card, and just like a birthday card envelope. It fits right in there. Just ship it with a 49-cent stamp. Now all the figures were a little harder. I got original figures, and I just started looking up how do you make duplicates of plastic things. So I came across this mold stuff. It's called liquid plastic. You pour it around something, and it makes an exact duplicate of it. And then you use the smooth on plastic stuff. This one's white. You mix it with a little bit of color and pour this into the mold, and then the exact duplicate comes out. This is my mold set for the guys. I just put it together and put the plastic in. And then when I pull it apart, I have an exact duplicate of the guys, whatever color I want. I can make original colors or new colors. This right here is a duplicate. He's pink, and it comes out with all the detail of the original. He's a duplicate. I've made duplicates of the tokens. Here's black, original, and then I made color ones to match the guys. And here's my token mold, double-sided. You just put the liquid plastic in, let it sit for 15-20 minutes, take it out, and then you've got an exact duplicate. I make duplicates of the bridges because the bridges are hard to find. Same thing, put it in, let it sit for about 15 minutes, pull it out, you got an exact duplicate. This Volcar is a duplicate. He was a little harder. Here's the base of the Volcar, and then this is the rest of them. He was kind of hard to figure out how to make a mold of, but I did. I'm not going to go into how you make the mold. It's very complicated. There's tons of YouTube videos that already do that, but I'm selling this duplicate on eBay for about 20-25 bucks, and people are trying to sell them new for 50. So I'm making money, but I'm also allowing people to complete their games for cheaper. The cards, I don't have any example. Oh, I do have examples here. I scanned every card, photoshopped it to make it look brand new, took out any creases, any discoloration, and then I found a shop to print them for me. Now these are exact duplicates of the originals. They're just brand new looking. And it cost about 11 bucks a deck for me, and I was selling them for 40 bucks, but now I got them down to 33 bucks. I even came up with some new cards because the place I get them made makes them in things of 54. So I had 6 extra cards that I could make because there's 48 in the original deck. Like I got one right here that says travel to any cave without rolling die. So you just, if you have this card in your hand, you enter the cave. Instead of rolling to see what cave you go to, you just use that card and you come out anywhere. So I sell these decks because a brand new deck on eBay. I sold a brand new deck, not a brand new, an original deck in great condition for $70. Most people are going to want to spend $350 on the game and then 70 bucks to complete their deck. So I made the deck. People can buy it for 33 bucks. When I do get in games, because I buy incomplete games from eBay all the time and then complete them with my stuff, I usually take the original deck out, and if it's a good deck, I'll sell it for about 70 bucks. If it's not a good deck and it's not complete, I'll just sell the singles for 3 bucks, and I put in my deck in there so it's complete. Yeah, so I make the tokens, I make the pawns, I make the center Volcar, I make the bridges, I make the decks and the instructions, and I sell all those individually, plus I use them to make a complete game. And then like I said, I buy a bunch of games off of eBay that are incomplete because you can get those for much cheaper. And I also try to bid on complete games because a lot of people are still doing auctions on eBay, but it's kind of switched to a buy it now format though. So someone may have a game, they don't really know what it's worth, or they think someone's going to pay a lot of money for it. But not a lot of people are watching Fireball Island. So I'll try to bid anywhere from 90 to 120 bucks on a complete game, and then hopefully win the bid. Hopefully no one else is paying attention. I don't get greedy. I don't like go in and change my bid afterwards and start going crazy, because my goal is to get it in and then just flip it, turn it right back around. The only thing I haven't been able to make is the jewel. So if I get an incomplete game in that needs a jewel, I'll go online on eBay. They're usually about 14 bucks for the jewel. I also, before I started making the characters, I found somewhere where I could buy these little guys. There's 4 of them. There's a purple, red, orange, and yellow for replacements. I sell all 4 of them for $8.99, free shipping, so that people can complete their game for cheap. Like I said, even though I'm trying to make money, I'm trying to get people to complete their game and have fun at an affordable way. If they already own the game, they don't want to be spending tons of money to complete it. Or if they bought an incomplete game on eBay that was within their budget, buying stuff from me is a way for them to complete their game affordably. And this is all pretty easy stuff to do. You just have to have originals, and you have to do research on how to make the molds. It's not easy. I messed up a few times because I wasn't educated enough, so I watched a lot of YouTube videos on how to make the molds. They do degrade after a while. I can't make really good pawns anymore. They kind of look a little messed up. I need to get more original ones in so I can make molds of them again. But it's really cool. It's a real easy way, and you can do this with any game. There's other expensive games like the Dark Tower. You can make molds of those because people are losing pieces to those all the time. There's various like dungeon games that have a lot of pieces. Any game that has a lot of pieces and people lose them a lot, you can make copies of and just sell them individually. Like I said, the red dye, you can probably find somewhere to buy just a whole box of red dyes online, because people want the red dye. That's the color of the dye in the original Fireball Island. So, like I said, I just take them from other games or other places I find. And if I have an abundance of them, I just keep them to complete a game. Or I might sell the red dye. I think I sell it for like $8. I don't do the dye that much. But yeah, that's about it. You can make a lot of money. I have profited $1,400 within the span of a year and a half off of selling Fireball Island stuff. And I've still got a lot more to go. I got 3 complete games to sell still, and a whole bunch of pieces to sell. I've spent in total about, it's $4,500 is how much I spent on everything, and I made about $7,000. So that's the profit right there. $1,500 profit. Is that math right? 6. I made about $6,000 total. Spent about $4,500 on everything. So it's not cheap to do, but it's not like I had to spend all that money up front. I bought marbles at one stage. I buy about 100 decks of cards at a time. I spent a lot of money on accident, not on accident, by messing up the molds a few times, and I had to buy more and stuff. But if I would have just watched some YouTube videos, I probably would have got that a little better. But yeah, I'm just about winding down this on eBay. I'm not really going to do it anymore because I don't think I really want to make more molds, and I made a lot of money and I'm happy. So if you entering this space, you making copies of original pieces and selling them and making instructions and cards and stuff is not going to hurt me. I think it'll be cool. It will start competition. Prices will come down and more people can complete their games. It's not going to hurt me. I'm not going to feel like someone's stepping into my territory and taking over my money. Good luck if you do it. Send me some pictures, leave me some comments, show me what you make, and good luck.